Hey, and welcome. Let's think about your last trip to the dentist for a second. You remember the bright lights, the sound of the tools, but underneath all of that, there's this incredible invisible system working around the clock. It's a shield of safety protocols, and it's there to protect you. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and make that shield visible. So, it really makes you wonder, right? Is your dentist's office as clean as it seems on the surface? I mean, everything's wiped down, it looks spotless, but the real safety, the deep down clean, involves things you'll never, ever see. The good news is, the answer is almost always a resounding yes. But how they get to that level of clean? Well, that's where things get really interesting. So here's our game plan. First, we'll dive into the risks you can't see and how infections can actually travel. Then, we'll look at the incredible multi-layered defense plan and the specific tools they use. And finally, we'll see how it all comes together to create a complete circle of safety. All right, let's jump right in with those unseen risks. What is it about a dental office that makes it such a unique environment? I mean, it's way different than just about any other place you'll visit.
And here it is, the heart of the challenge. You've got potential exposure to blood and saliva, obviously. But then there are the aerosols. That's the super fine mist created by the high-speed tools that can hang in the air. Add to that all the surfaces and instruments, and yeah, you can see why it's considered a high-risk zone right from the start.
And these are the invisible enemies, the bad guys that the entire system is designed to fight. The safety protocols have to be tough enough to stop everything from the common cold and flu all the way to really resilient viruses like hepatitis B and HIV. The defenses have to be prepared for the worst-case scenario every single time. Okay, so the germs are there, but how do they actually get around? This brings us to the pathways for infection. You see, for a germ to actually do any harm, it needs a way to get from point A, where it is, to point B, where it can cause trouble. And blocking that pathway is the whole point of infection control. This slide just lays it out so clearly. Think of it like a chain with 3 links. First, you need the germ itself. Second, it needs a doorway to get in, like your eyes, mouth, or a small cut. And third, you need a person who's susceptible to that infection. The entire goal of all these safety measures is to break the chain at any one of these 3 links. If you break even one, the infection goes nowhere. Now, check this out, because this is really telling. When you look at how things can spread between the patient and the dental team, either way, the main culprit is almost always a failure in using PPE, personal protective equipment. But when it's patient to patient, that points directly to a problem with sterilization. This table shows you exactly where the most important defenses need to be. Okay, enough about the problem. We've seen the risks, we've seen how they can spread. So, what's the solution? Well, it's not just one thing. It's a comprehensive, multi-layered defense plan designed to shut down infections before they even have a chance to start. And wow, what an arsenal. It's fascinating, right? It starts before they even look in your mouth, with a detailed medical history. And it includes things you might not even think about, like using an antiseptic mouthwash right at the beginning to lower the number of microbes in your mouth. From there, it's everything you'd expect, like hand washing and PPE, but also managing sharps, cleaning suction lines, and getting rid of waste properly. Every single base is covered. I love the metaphor on this slide, armor, because that is exactly what PPE is. It's not just a uniform, it's a physical barrier. Those gloves, the mask, the face shield, they are literally blocking the pathways for germs that we just talked about. They're protecting the dental team, and they're protecting you. So we've covered the big picture strategy. Now let's zoom in even closer on the actual tools they use to decontaminate everything. This is where we get into cleaning, disinfecting, and what's known as the gold standard. Okay, these are 2 terms that can get a little confusing, but this chart makes it really simple. Asepsis is all about preventing infection. It's proactive. It's about creating an environment so clean that germs can't survive. Antisepsis, on the other hand, is about fighting an infection that's already there, like when you put ointment on a cut. In dentistry, the entire focus is on asepsis, winning the fight before it even begins. And where does it all start? Right here. Level 1, basic cleaning. I know it sounds almost too simple, but this is hands down the most important first step. You absolutely cannot disinfect or sterilize something that hasn't been physically cleaned of debris first. It just won't work. This is the non-negotiable foundation. Okay, from cleaning, we level up to disinfection. This is where you see the team using those special wipes on every surface. The dental chair, the light, the countertops. The goal here is to eliminate the vast majority of those harmful microorganisms. This is a massive jump in protection from just cleaning alone.
And finally, we arrive at the top tier, the absolute gold standard, sterilization. This is the final word in safety, and it's reserved for every instrument that might touch you. They use a special machine called an autoclave, which uses incredibly high heat and pressure to kill everything. And I mean everything. All viruses, all bacteria, and even their toughest to kill forms called spores. Nothing survives. This is what guarantees that the tools are perfectly 100% safe. So we have all these individual parts of the puzzle, the planning, the PPE, the different levels of cleaning and sterilization. How do they all fit together? Well, they form something really powerful, a complete circle of safety. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? The key word here is combination. It's not one magic bullet or a single action. It's every single one of these steps, from simple hand washing to the high-tech autoclave, all working together in a strict, unbroken system. That harmony is what creates true safety. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. The next time you're sitting in that dental chair, what new details are you going to notice? Will you see them tear open that sealed, sterilized pouch of instruments right in front of you? Or maybe you'll notice the meticulous way they wipe down every single surface between patients. Those small actions, they aren't just routine. They're the visible parts of that invisible shield, built just to protect you.